Hope you're all still awake. Late Night Mega here. And we'll start with some sphere gridding. Although none of this matters at the moment except for one character, but Waka learns Osmos, which doesn't matter at all. Yeah, Osmos just basically drains MP from an enemy, but Waka doesn't use a ton of MP. Yuna has evasion. That's good. Orin gets more strength. And past gameplay me is failing to find the power spheres there. And Lulu is going to get more magic defense. Seems like everybody's getting something here. And this level 3 lock just blocks a couple strength boosts, which is not going to be enough to make Riku's strength relevant at all. So I'm going to ignore those. Kind of like how I ignored most of those Ronso, but talking to this guy is actually productive. Yor and Ronso fight each other to... yeah. Biran beat Kimahri, but Kimahri never admits losing. And then Biran broke Kimahri's horn. So Kimahri could not bear shame and left mountain. Yeah, that's actually quite a lot of plot there. That is just optional to talk to the guy. But yeah, that heavily foreshadows this fight coming.
Haven't you bothered us enough?
And if you haven't figured it out yet,
Guardians may pass.
this is going to be
Kimahri not pass.
Kimahri fight
Kimahri
only.
shame Ronso brothers.
I'm talking like Ronso.
Kimahri forget his birth. Forget his people. Forget his mountain. Little Ronso. Weakling Ronso. Mountain hate the weak. Hate the small. If you will climb, then I must prove my strength. Think you will win? You not forget who took your horn. Never forget. Kimahri never beat Brother Biran. Never win. This time, I win. I will win.
Why, you... This some kind of Ronso thing?
Kimahri problem.
Alright. The following contest is a handicap elimination match. Introducing first, Biran and Yankee. And the challenger, Kimahri. Okay, so having that red armlet that we got near the beginning of the game is a really good idea to have, because as you can see, they're going to start using all sorts of elements, and we have, well, we can resist 3 of them: fire, ice, and lightning. Another thing you want to do, and this is something I know because it's been talked about a ton, is stealing level 3 key spheres from these guys. So I'm going to steal twice from each of them, so we'll have 4 key spheres. That was pathetic. Yeah. Another thing is, my first time playing this game, I did struggle with this fight because Kimahri was not one of the characters they had been building up. Though I've heard that these guys kind of scale based on Kimahri's stats, but given how this particular... ooh, we got 2 for 1 there. Given how this particular battle is playing out, it doesn't feel that way. Because they're doing a lot of attacks and haven't done a lot of damage yet. I mean, yeah, we're in the yellow, but look at how many attacks that we've had to put up with. Okay, we got to start using some sort of healing, because I don't want stupid things to happen. Another thing about this battle is that these guys both have like a lot of things, a lot of blue magic you can learn for Kimahri. And I might not even get all of that. But I am going to get a couple of the main ones, so that'll make me happy. Yeah, look at that damage. Ooh, White Wind. Now another thing that is kind of cool is when you use Lancet on an enemy, and it took me midway through this battle to realize it, and you learn a spell from them, or a blue magic, then your overdrive gauge will instantly charge. And so here I am. Well, I still want to steal. Or was I trying to... I don't even know what I'm trying to do anymore. Yeah. No. No, I was trying to do Lancet. Okay, and there we got Thrust Kick. And then I realized that my thing is full again. And we have White Wind to restore HP, Thrust Kick. Well, it can thrust people out of the battle. I don't want to do that. Aqua Breath was really good the first time I used it, so we'll go with that again.
This is the strength of Kimahri.
Ooh, Mighty Guard. That's one of them I want to learn. So yeah, I probably end up not using Lancet enough on these guys. And we got Mighty Guard. You know what? I'm going to use that Mighty Guard myself. Because I'm going to have to fight through... Yeah, I can't use basic attack. Well, I mean, technically I can use basic attacks as Kimahri, but I want to fight through their Mighty Guard a little bit, so that means using like a weak fire magic spell on them. Yeah, look, we're going to become immune to some of this stuff. But just take off, like, we're going to go with fire. We're going to take off the no fire that they have on them. So that way we can still hit them with something. Yeah, because I don't want to use Aqua Breath again, because it won't do anything. I mean, unless I use water on both of them. That's not what happens. Now we use fire, take off their immunities, and I also recall you want to take these guys down at a fairly even pace. You'll see why in a moment. So now with that out of the way, we can use Fira, which they have Shell Up, so it's a little bit watered down. My fire is watered down. Yeah, he uses Berserk when you knock out the first one. Yankee has been eliminated. Gotta remember the wrestling references. We can't forget those. They're basically meant for this game. Alright, now we just gotta take out Baran. Yeah, well, there we go.
You win, Kimahri Ransov.
Alright, while that battle could go better, you could probably do more stealing if you had more patience. You could probably get overkills somehow. You know, that was very satisfactory. We got White Wind and Mighty Guard out of it. We got 5 level 3 key spheres. I'm happy.
Sacred Mount Gagazet. I honor the name of strong warrior who defeats Biran. Remember always, Gagazet, that name is Kimahri.
Yes, I'm sure the mountain is going to remember.
Kimahri strong. Kimahri may pass.
We're talking to a mountain.
Summoner, we Ronso will stop pursuers from temple.
Well, good.
Penance for breaking Kimahri's horn long ago. We crush enemies following behind. Kimahri crush enemies standing before. You are most fortunate, Summoner.
I thank you.
Ronso will shine your statue brightest.
Well, that's very
Thank
nice.
But I fear that no one will make a statue for a traitor such as I am.
Oh, I mean, it sounds like they
Then
will.
Ronso will make.
Well, there you have it.
With grand horn on head.
That would be wonderful.
You're gonna put a horn on the summoner. I have to wonder, and I'm gonna say it's intentional. It seems like a really intentional throwback to like the summoners of Final Fantasy III, Final Fantasy V, the Tactics, where the summoner job class is depicted with a horn on their head. So it's a nice little Easter egg to that. I'm sure that's what they intended. I mean, this is the Final Fantasy series. This was Square Enix. So yeah, very, very nice. I love that touch. Because after all, Summoner is my favorite job class in the Final Fantasy universe. And I've just always enjoyed summoning these other massive, whether they're called Aeons or Eidolons or Espers or whatever, just summoning them to come out, do a really cool looking attack, and just deal massive damage to enemies and bosses. So yeah, I've always loved summoners. And when I'm given a choice for party classes, I will most likely always choose a summoner.
What is it this time?
And that's one thing I like, but you don't have to get angry. I mean, he was just really nice to us. See, they're being nice. So yeah, that is another thing that I do like about Final Fantasy X, is that a lot of the focus is on the Summoner job class. I mean, the whole main Defeat Sin storyline is about rising up summoners going on these pilgrimages to rise up and defeat Sin. Okay. Are we ready to go now? Okay. Now it's time to actually start Mount Gagazet. Oh, there's treasure over here. Yeah, you can't hide from me. Oh, we got Mega Man potions. And I realize I totally missed...
Kimahri?
Yeah, cheer on Kimahri. I realized I totally missed in the last video several opportunities. I was recording post-commentary, well, past post-commentary me was recording post-commentary when he was kind of tired, so yeah, I kind of missed some opportunities with that Defender X guy, because he was punching me in the face. That's my technique. That and, you know, having the X, you know, I could have done like the X marks the spot jokes, or other sort of X-related jokes. I get antidotes from those things. That's lame.
So, how shall we do this?
With fire. Alright, who still needs a turn?
So be it.
That was a pretty nice hit. Now, these grenade things, they're going to pose a little bit of a problem that you're going to see coming up. No, we're not going to let them self-destruct and, like, slaughter people. No, we don't ever get to that big of an issue. Oh, yes. Capture equipment. Yeah, we're capturing stuff. Because I need to capture stuff. I hate that I need to capture stuff. But if this is the only other area where I have to capture all the monsters, okay, and I'm doing it for a side sub thing. I already mentioned this, it's part of getting one of the optional Aeons, which I'm definitely getting. We have other overdrive modes for Kimahri, and actually I try out... What do I try? I try out Ally, so it automatically will go up when he gets a turn. The issue with this is I'm pretty sure it's not giving him a turn when you first tag him in. So yeah, you'd have to tag him in, give him a turn, and then wait until his next turn. Basically, when his turn comes around in the turn order is when he would get the boost. And we have an imp and grenades. Let's steal from the imp and get lightning gems. I should steal more from them. But we're busy killing and capturing them. Alright, grenades, just like all the other bomb type enemies, if you hit them 3 times, you have to like cause damage to them. So stealing from them won't cause them to expand or self-destruct. But if you hit them 3 times and you don't kill them, then they self-destruct. That's going to be important here. You're going to see why. So we'll tag into Lulu. And we'll go for a Blizzaga on the one that's not damaged yet. I'm thinking, you know, we're going to do like 5,000 to 7,000 damage, and like, he only did 1,200 from that. And like, what gives? Did I accidentally use the wrong element? Did I... No, I used the right element. It says use ice. I used ice. So past gameplay me doesn't really know what's going on. Past gameplay me does figure it out after a couple more attempts here. And basically these grenade enemies have a deceptively high magic defense. So even though it says that they're weak to ice, and even though our equipment with sensor isn't telling us anything on it, he's going to expand again. You want to hit these grenades with physical attack. Just stick with physical attacks. Yeah, don't bother with the magic attacks because we just saw Blizzaga and it didn't do crap to him. Which I find that a bit strange in the design. But it is what it is. I do like that they have that little twist on there. So everything's not as straightforward. I'd hope everything's not as straightforward by this point. Heck, this is kind of...
Summoners and guardians who failed.
You kind of think of this as like the second to last dungeon-ish. At least that's how I view Mount Gagazet. And same with the Mount Gagazet cave. It's both kind of the same dungeon, if you ask me. Waka waka boom! Dang, that was an overkill. But we didn't steal the lightning gem from it. I could probably use more lightning gems than I could fire gems at this particular point. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and start using some more overdrives as well. Alright, that takes out that one. And we'll bring in Kimahri, and here I think maybe it's something to do with Lulu, but no, it's not an issue with Lulu at all. His Blizzard only did 900 damage. So to get the kill, I'm going to use Waka and Orin, because I don't want to take any chances. No, don't. Yeah, we're just using the weapon thing. I told you, I'm not gonna let these guys self-destruct on us. I mean, heck, I'll use Orin's overdrive if I have to, with his shooting star smash. Yeah, I added the smash because it just sounds better than just shooting star. It's gotta be shooting star something. Alright, and we'll cure up. Again, I still find just basic cure outside of battle to be the most efficient way of doing that. And Machina, which we can't capture, but we're gonna try to. Yeah, they're gonna be like the other Machina, but I just want to make sure that we can't capture these as enemies to go to the monster arena. Or I just already know that we can't, and so I'm not gonna bother.
A storm comes.
Oh yes, it does. I love the animation on Thundaga there, with the lightning coming in from all areas, and then it just like explodes in the culmination at the center target. It's very nice. That and Blizzaga and Blizzara have to be my favorite spell animations in Final Fantasy X, as far as the elemental spells are concerned. Faraga's not bad either. I still like the Faraga from Final Fantasy IV, where it's like, where there's like multiple explosions on the thing, and then you have the fire just kind of sizzle off. Yeah, Waka Waka Boom C can't be captured, but again, just verifying. Another thing you're going to notice here, which past gameplay me hasn't noticed it yet, so maybe I shouldn't bring it. No, I won't bring it up yet. I'll bring it up in the next video or two. I have something to talk about in those videos, because we're actually going to be here for quite a while. Alright, so we'll steal, we'll Waka Waka Boom. And I can have Kimahri and Lulu cast, well, I guess we're going to take care of him first. You only need, for the purposes of what I'm doing, you only need to capture one of each monster on Mount Gagazet. Although I do believe there is a bonus if you capture, I think it's 9 of every monster. It could be 10. I'm pretty sure it's 9.
Well then, what next?
What next? You cast Fyra. And I do also appreciate the quickness in the elemental spell animations. I know Final Fantasy IX had some pretty lengthy spell animations when it came to like Blizzaga, Fundaga, and Faraga. Flare was also a pretty long animation too. I think that was just an attempt to show off what they could do with Final Fantasy IX on the PS1. Which I liked watching those spells, but they get lengthy after a while. Alright, so now we'll come up over here and get into another battle. Alright, we're still kind of navigating the waters for the best way to deal with all these. And we're kind of at the point of the game where we can't just, you know, have a setup where we tag everybody in and nullify all of the damage completely from these guys. So, yeah, best to just try and take some of them out. Of course, stealing will work well on these. And we get all bed potions from the big guys. That's nice, because I've been using some of them. Not enough to where I have to actually worry about my inventory total on them. I still have over like 70 to 80 of them. And we'll steal there. Yeah. Alright, not enough time for sphere gridding, so we'll do that next time, and we'll continue our climb.